Welcome to Grave Mist, a world where even the silent graves whisper their stories. Today we talk about a man who needs no introduction, a name that became a beacon of hope in the darkest times. Yes, today's story is about Nelson Mandela, in a small village of South Africa. On July 18, 1918, a child was born who would one day change the destiny of his nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. He grew up in the humble village of Mvezo, surrounded by tradition, culture, and the values of justice. But destiny had chosen him for something greater. Mandela studied at Fort Hare University and later at the University of Witwatersrand, where he became a lawyer. But more than that, he became a voice for the voiceless. He saw his people suffering under the cruel system of apartheid, racial segregation that tore South Africa apart, and he decided to fight, not with weapons, but with courage. In 1944, he joined the African National Congress and began a journey of resistance, a journey that would cost him everything. In 1962, Mandela was arrested. He spent 27 long years in prison, mostly on Robben Island. A small cell, a thin blanket, a hard floor, but nothing could imprison his spirit. Behind those prison walls, Nelson Mandela became a symbol of hope, freedom, and resilience. Music rises. When he was finally released in 1990, the world watched as a man walked free, not with anger in his eyes, but with forgiveness in his heart. 4 years later, in 1994, Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. The man who had once been called a prisoner was now the leader of a nation. He united a country torn by hate and taught the world the true meaning of peace. He once said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." And indeed, he lived those words every single day. Even after retirement, he continued his mission for education, equality, and humanity through the Nelson Mandela Foundation. On December 5, 2013, Nelson Mandela passed away at the age of 95, but his light still shines. He rests in his beloved village of Kunu, among the green hills of his childhood. Nelson Mandela was not just a man, he was a movement, a dream that came true, a reminder that no prison can cage a free soul. I'm your host, and this is Grave Mist, where every grave holds a whisper and every legend lives forever.